Young boy in a different country. We have been on vacation. I never been not chasing. One hand for the girl I'm dating. One hand for the cash I'm making. We come through like Funky Friday. And all of your man's a something. I don't know the lyrics. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be the first of what I hope will be quite a few videos that I scatter across my channel, all to do with weight loss, fitness, health, and my journey and what I can give back to you and help you guys with. I thought that this would be something cool to share, and I've seen that you guys have been asking quite a lot on my Instagram as I share a lot of my story over there. So I thought we'd do a really chill sit down one. I've got my hot water and lemons. Love this, and the cup just goes with it. I just think it's brilliant. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you'd know that I have already shared this over there. If you want this is from Home Bargains. I think it was like £2. It's so nice. I wanted to kickstart this series with, I thought it would be appropriate to start with my updated weight loss journey and things like that. If you haven't seen already, if you click on my channel, the featured video is my weight loss journey video. It got a incredible response, and although I uploaded it now 2 years ago, quite unbelievably I think it was, it's pretty remarkable really that it's been that long. So I'm overdue to do another one. However, I thought as I'm in the middle of my positive thinking and seeing my results, I wanted to put out there what my top tips would be, because I think that this is kind of how it all boils down. Even the video just to do with my personal journey and weight loss, these are things that I've been doing to get there, so I feel like this is more important and this is more better for you guys to watch if you just genuinely want tips and you maybe have never watched my channel before and this is the first video and you're just looking for some healthy living, weight loss tips for just normal people, because I'm just a normal person and I decided to start my weight loss journey. And although I'm not anything special like a nutritionist or a PT or anything like that, in fact I claim to be far from it, self-taught and kind of me picking what I've taken from the internet, testing it on myself and figuring out what's the best. Not to say that what works for me will work for you, but I feel like the tips I'm about to give you are very obvious, clear and straightforward. So without further ado, and that being said, let's get into the video. And please, this is just my experience. If you have any of the tips you'd like to share that have worked for you, I know that it'd be really appreciated in the comments for myself and for everybody else watching this video, because you've obviously clicked on it for a reason. So I really hope that I can help and answer or give you at least one tip that you take away from this video. I have got, how many have I got? I've got 10 plus a bonus Jonas tip, so I've got 11 tips for you today. These are ones that I've really thought about, that I have ascertained and done, you know, religiously. Ones that I really truly believe are worth doing if you really want to give it 100% and lose some weight or just get healthier or stronger. Tip 1 is consistency is key. There is no magic solution to weight loss. If it was meant to be easy, everybody would be super skinny and doing it and no one would be overweight. Weight loss is hard, but it only is hard if you mentally allow it. And the way that we discourage ourselves so much is by too much too soon. You deprive yourself, you change your lifestyle far too much, it's too quick. And for some people, that is not the best reaction. Granted, some people can do that. And if you've watched my weight loss story, I did that, but through quite an unhealthy way. But that was just a shift in my life and that was how it worked. But some people just cannot have too much too soon. So the key is in consistency, making those small changes, slowly upping those changes and slowly changing your life and letting it become the norm. Crash diets are exactly what they claim to be on the tin. Crash diets. Atkins, Slimming World, things like that. I mean, Slimming World, I'm not going to get into the side of that. I have friends who do it and I have family who do it. And in my personal opinion, from what I've seen from Slimming World, it's not the right approach to weight loss and diet. But that's a separate story. Going back to consistency is key. It's about routine. It's about getting that flow in your mind that this should be normal. Don't make it feel like you're going out of your way to do something. Make it normal and make it constant. Tip number 2, one I was very guilty of not only about 2 months ago. Don't overindulge on the weekends. So I got into a really good routine of Monday to Friday, making sure I was working out, I was eating well, eating so well in fact. But then it would come to the weekend and I would think, wow, I've done so well. I'm going to go and have a nice big breakfast. Then I'm going to go over Nan's and have some spaghetti bolognese. And then for dinner, oh, Mum's cooking a roast dinner. We're going to have a roast dinner. And I gave myself that mindset that because I'd done so well in the week, on the weekends, I could overindulge. And whereas that is still an absolutely fine approach, I mean that Saturday and Sunday I was so incredibly full. And when I'm sort of doing my, my 1500 calorie diet Monday to Friday, and then probably making up for it and doing about a 2000, dare I say, 2000 to 2500 calorie diet on Saturday and Sunday, I might as well just eat those calories within the week, eat those extra, like 3000 calories across the week. So that's literally how you've got to think of it. I think of my calorie intake not daily, but weekly and monthly, because there is no point of depriving yourself Monday to Friday because it's Monday to Friday, and then it coming to the weekend and having KFC and McDonald's and fast food and saturated fats, because you're just completely making up for your calories in the week. And you might as well have ate that food when you were being active in the week. So don't be fooled by the weekend. Really do make sure you go out of your way to have a treat, but don't overindulge, because you will just reverse all the hard work you put in the week. Tip number 3, do not be discouraged over the scales. Make sure you take photographs. This is exactly where I am at right now. So I am on a shred at the moment. I have been on a shred for over a month. I think it's around 5 weeks now, 6 weeks. This might be the 6th week that I'm doing, or coming up is the 6th week. And I mean, you can Google what a shred is. A shred is intense. But I have been eating so incredibly well the past 6 weeks, exercising 4 times a week, going out of my way to exercise, but on those other 3 days still being extremely active and hitting my calorie goal, like doing 10,000 steps, still burning 2,500 calories a day, and my scales have not moved. Do not be discouraged, because throughout that whole time that I have been on my shred from the start to finish, I have weighed exactly the same, or give and take a few grams, and each week the grams have been doing that. So it's incredibly annoying. But you really, I cannot even express to you enough that my picture when I started and my picture now, the change in my body is massive. I can see it in myself. And you know that when you can see it in yourself, you will definitely, other people will see it. As much as it's frustrating and it's a number, and I've got a number goal that I want for the scales, but I know that because I'm giving so much into my exercise, my muscles are growing, and my muscles growing, it is true. I know people tell you this all the time, that muscle weighs more than fat, but it is a fact. And especially if you're doing exercises that are muscle building and not just cardio, you are going to build muscle. If you've upped that exercise so much, you're watching your calorie intake and you've got a deficit, then you are doing this with your fat and muscle weight on the scales. And that's all you have to remember. But my biggest tip is that you cannot take enough photos of yourself. Take photos in your underwear, keep them to yourself, and make sure you take it at the same angle, the same pose, because you will see that difference in your skin, in your shape. It is just absolutely incredible. So I always make side-by-sides now and again, and these are just for myself. I rarely share those on my Instagram because I am in my underwear, and that's just my preference. It is so important for self-motivation. Do not follow a number, follow a picture. Tip number 4, get yourself a Fitbit or a tracking device of some sort. I've never used any of the off-brands of Fitbit, but I'm sure if you cannot afford a Fitbit, I'm sure they're just as effective. Basically, ever since I got this thing, and shout out to my girl Daisy Lewis, who's now got a YouTube channel and she's picking it up and doing it amazing, and I'll leave her a link down below. But Daisy actually sold this to me, and I tell you what, that was the best money I have ever spent, because this Fitbit is so addictive and so motivating. I really don't know where I'd be without one. I'm sure you all already know, but if you don't, a Fitbit is attached to your smartphone. It tracks your steps, it tracks your active minutes, it tracks your heart rate, it tracks your calories burned, it tracks your RMB, which is your resting metabolic rate, so how many calories you're burning just by your heart beating and moving. It tracks your active calories. You can set it if you go on a run, you can set it if you're doing a workout, and it segregates that and tells you what your maximum heart rate is, what your calories were. And honestly, it can get so addictive. And that is one of the best things. If you find that motivating, well, I put it this way, if you don't find this motivating, I don't know what you will. You can set it all up and you can say, right, I am trying to lose weight, I am trying to bulk up, I am trying to gain muscle, I am trying to lose fat, whatever it is you're doing. Then you can choose your priorities. So for example, my priority is calories. So it works out, you put in your height, your weight, it works out your BMI, it asks you what you want to be, what's your goal, and basically it works out how many calories is your goal per day and how many you should be burning. So when I hit my calorie goal, my little Fitbit does a little buzz and it does a little rocket and it tells me that I've hit my 2,500 calories. For my mum, she's got a Fitbit and she set hers to steps. So when she hits 10,000 steps, she gets a little buzz and a little goal, and it really makes you want to work towards it. I just absolutely love it, and I love going in every day to my app and having a little look and seeing what I did the day before. And also, if you really want to get into it, on the app you can track your menstrual cycles, you can track how much water you're drinking, you can track exactly what you're putting into your body and your calorie consumption against your calorie burn. It's absolutely up to you, but it is so cool and I could not live without my Fitbit now. Tip number 5 is one I do not see many people talking about. Plan your 6 months. Now everybody talks about starting here and now and doing it, but you know what? Sometimes that's not realistic. Sometimes you've got stuff on and you're not going to have time to go to the gym. You're not going to have time to do a workout, and whereby I totally believe we make our own time. Sometimes it just isn't realistic. So I like to look at 6 months. I think it's really important, what did I put here? Yeah, plan your 6 months, be realistic. There are times you can dedicate more to diet and exercise and some you just can't, but be sure to maintain and not gain. So what that means is that I know that at the end of this month, I'm going away for a holiday. Hence why I'm on a shred, because I'm on a bikini shred at the moment. I'm going to be in a bikini in 2 weeks. I want to look good and I want to give my all and dedicate everything I possibly can now. I know that possibly when I come back the weather is going to be getting a little bit warmer, but not a lot's going on. I haven't got anything planned, so I can get back on my shred then in time for summer. But then when I know it comes to May, it's my birthday, I'm going away again on holiday, I've got a retreat with my friends, it's probably realistically not going to be a time where I can go to the gym as much as I am now. But what can I do to make that difference is I can make sure that I'm eating well, keeping to a good calorie consumption, and also the biggest thing ever, and it ties back to a Fitbit, is even if you are not doing a scrap of exercise and you're on, you know, you've been doing a bit of exercise here, a bit of exercise there, make sure your calorie consumption does not exceed your calorie burn. That is exactly how you gain weight. That's the only possible way for you to gain weight. And reversing that, the only possible way for you to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit. So take of that what you will. Even on a day where you're doing absolutely nothing and you just got your basic RMB, where your heart's beating and that's the calories you've burnt for the day, just don't exceed what you eat. That's the best way to pause your workout routine, your shred, whatever you're doing. That's the best way to just pause it and not gain weight. And then you can pick up when you're ready again and continue to lose your weight. So as long as you're not exceeding it and undoing all that hard work, then you're fine. Tip number 6, I'm sure I've told you this one before, but it's the easiest one yet. Drink plenty of water. This is the simplest, and like I said 2 years ago in my weight loss video, still one of the hardest things that we as human beings in this day and age find hard to do. There's too many other drinks for us to choose from, but drinking enough water is the best possible thing you can do for your health, your metabolism, your weight loss, your body, that you just can't do anything better for your body. You don't have to be fancy like me. I tell you what, I would never have drank water and lemon ages ago. I used to think, like, disgusting, no way. But this is also one of my top tips, is that in the morning, and this is something I'm changing now too, it's still not happening every day, I won't lie to you, but the best metabolism booster in the morning is to wake up and have one of these, a glass of hot lemon water. This is the biggest metabolism booster, and this is what I'm trying to replace. I wake up every morning and have a cup of tea. I should be having a cup of water with lemon in it. And by boosting your metabolism, what that is doing is not only just giving you more energy and more of a positive outlook and thinking process, but it's physically burning more calories. When your metabolism is up, your body is faster and you're burning more calories more efficiently. So again, so incredibly simple. Drink your water and try and enjoy it. Tip number 7, do not be fooled by dieting shakes, teas, drinks, sachets, whatever. They don't work unless you do. Some of these shakes I still have a very big pet peeve with, and I'm very sure that they don't have any benefit whatsoever. They're just advertised to be like slim, like I won't mention brands. I mean, if you want me to do that then I can eventually, but I'll have to get my facts together properly. But there's certain brands that claim to help you slim and they really peeve me off. These teas, shakes, coffees, sim coffees, teas, shakes, sachets, juices, whatever, they will not work, period, unless you do. I'm so sick and tired of seeing people, friends, people, whatever, sitting down and having their shake drink that's claiming to make them slim and them going, oh, I'm on this diet, I'm having this. And they're doing nothing else different. They're having that shake and they're having their normal lunch and dinner. They're not doing an inch of exercise. Then they're having the snacks that these companies claim are slimming snacks. But yet you look at the calories and the calories are exactly the same as if you were to buy a chocolate brownie from Greg's. But this one just has a bit of protein in it. They've put a bit of whey in it. You know, they've said, oh, 10 grams of protein, so good for you. All of this is, excuse my language, bullshit. All of them really, really are. Definitely, I think whey protein is awesome, and getting the right brand. I use PhD, if any of you are wondering. I use the Diet Whey by PhD. I really like that. I'm still looking for a good like a pre-workout and like a during workout, so my BCAAs. I'm still looking for a good brand, so if any of you have any recommendations, please leave it down below. But other than that, really, all this sponging and pillowing of products that claim that they help you, honestly, don't waste your money. If you're like trying to get onto a weight loss thing, don't go out and buy all of this stuff, because quite honestly, the best thing you can do to start off with is just keep your raw proteins high. Have some good quality meat, have some good quality veg and some fresh veg and minerals, and drink a hell of a lot of water and exercise. Then you're laughing. You know, there's no point of buying all of these magical chemical combinations that say that they apparently help you lose weight, and like the pills that say they help you lose weight. No, you can get metabolism booster pills, cayenne pepper pills, or what's it called, apple cider vinegar pills, or you can get pure apple cider vinegar. That's cool, that's all healthy, and you know, if it gives you a bit of a boost, because I know that when I bought some, I've still got some actually over there from Holland & Barrett, they're called fat metabolizers. They're basically a combination of like cayenne pepper, a little bit of protein, and I think some, I don't know, some maybe turmeric or something. If they're raw like that, then fine. I know that they're not going to make me burn 10 million calories, but they may give me a little bit more of a boost, you know, so that's fine. If that works for you, then do it. But do not go out and buy all of the stuff on the shelves that is trying to claim that it's going to make you slim, because it does not work unless you work. And that's the bottom line. Tip number 8 is cut the unnecessary calories. Buy this. Sounds pretty simple, right? Everybody, oh, if you don't need it, don't have it. No, it's not as simple as that. I'm quite aware. However, what is very easy and something that I'm sure we've already started adapting in our new day and age is cutting out those calories that really don't matter. So for me, the first things that I cut out is I didn't need butter on bread. When I have toast, which to be fair is rare, or if I have a sandwich, this is the best example. If I have a sandwich, I won't have butter on it. I'll have a little bit of light mayo to give it a bit of moisture, but I won't put butter on both slices of bread and then put mayo and then put pickle and then put, or whatever it is I'm gonna put in it. If you're having like pickle and cheese sandwich, you don't need the butter, because you won't really taste it. Likewise, when I make like a BLT, if I have lean bacon, well, that's another thing, your meats, always just make sure they're lean, because why not? You've got the choice, make them lean. There's low calorie alternatives to a lot of things out there. I have light mayo, I don't have full calorie mayo. I know there's controversy on certain fat-free products, such as like yogurts and milks and things. That's not my field. I don't eat yogurts, so I know that apparently that's one of the worst things you can have is fat-free yogurt for some reason. I don't know anything about that though. Just look at the calorie consumption. It's not necessarily fat that you need to be worried about, because when you're eating yogurt, that's a good type of fat. You just want to make sure you don't have saturated fats. That's all into nutrition. I'll link a video down below of one of my YouTuber people I watch called Ashley, who's Dramatic Mac 4. I can't remember her name. She doesn't know who I am. I watch her, and she just posted a video yesterday. She's a nutritionalist, and she posted this video all about nutrition, and it's very simple and easy to watch, so I'd love to leave that for you guys down below. I don't really cook anything in oil anymore. I've got my avocado 1 calorie spray. Perfect for me. Doesn't really make a difference. You've cut out incredible amounts of fats if you're not cooking in oil. Although extra virgin olive oil is great for you and it's not a problem, I don't want the calories. I'll have it maybe once a week if we're having a nice weekend dinner and like something's cooked in it. That's cool, I won't not have it. But day to day, this morning I had a fried egg. I cooked it in my 1 calorie oil because then the egg is 63 calories, not over 100. Just kind of making yourself conscious of those little things. Getting yourself dark chocolate instead of milk chocolate. We're so lucky in this day and age with food innovation and things that they are making these low calorie alternatives. If you can find it, just fill your house up with it. You won't believe how much extra calories that you are putting into your meals that I'm sure you won't even know are there. So do yourself a favour, get the light alternative, get the fat-free alternative, but keep an eye on the calories on the packets, because sometimes, although they claim to be fat-free, they may not necessarily actually be less calories. Tip number 9, one again that I feel is quite self-found, is find your saving grace. What I call a saving grace is when you are on your diet, not diet, well, this is the problem, I automatically call it a diet. Find your saving grace means when you are sitting at work or you've had a meal and you start feeling hungry again, or you're not really feeling hungry but you want that temptation overcomes you. You want to go grab something from the fridge, you want to go have something else to eat, you want to snack on something at your desk. You need to find your saving grace. For me, my saving grace is a nice cup of tea. Quite honestly, it sounds really silly, but if you want something, fine, like give in to your body, that's fine. But don't give in with the wrong type of foods. Your saving grace might be grapes. Your saving grace might be an apple. But you obviously need to find something that curbs you of this want for food or this want for consuming something. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? I really hope this is making sense. So for me, a cup of tea is like, I get a relief from it. I get a like, oh, that's lush, and it satisfies me. So mentally, I know I'm not hungry because I might have just had lunch about an hour ago, but if I'm feeling a bit like, I'm a bit bored, I want something, but I don't want to go downstairs and get a packet of crisps, I need to get something, I will go make myself a cup of tea. And for me, that's my saving grace. Tip number 10. Follow as many social media accounts to motivate you with before and after pics and food hacks. I think I mentioned this again about 2 years ago in that video I posted, but this is something that really motivates me. I follow now so many transformation pages, calorie fix pages, calorie alternative pages, recipe pages. I even follow like healthy eating restaurants that are nowhere near me. They're like up in Liverpool. But I get food inspiration from those accounts, and pretty much any food meal prep you've probably seen on my Instagram under my fitness tab or what I've posted on my stories has come purely from Instagram motivation and what I've seen from other people's accounts. And the final tip I have to share with you all is also probably one that is up there with the most importance, is do not compare yourself. You are on your own journey. If you lose weight faster than somebody else, great for you. If you don't lose weight as fast as other people, do not beat yourself up. You are competing against nobody. You losing weight does not change anybody else's life except yours. You making that positive change to want to be healthier, lighter, stronger, more muscly, whatever your goal is yours and yours only. This I cannot stress enough, because even to this date, slightly sometimes at the gym, I feel, you know, I'm competing with somebody, or people are watching me, or they're judging me. If somebody is at the gym, exactly like you, they are there for their own personal progression, no one else's. Please don't let this hinder your performance. It's such a waste of your efforts to try and think that other people who don't know you, and maybe people who follow you on social media, people you go to school with. At the end of the day, I have the utmost respect for anybody I see out running at the gym, anybody of any shape and size. The fact that they're out there and trying it and trying to do this, I don't have any more respect for people than that. And that is it, guys. I hope this video hasn't been too mind-numbingly long. I'm not too sure how long it is, but I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope these tips have helped you. If you want to follow my personal story and how I'm getting on, please head on over to my Instagram, which is exactly the same as my channel name here, BellaBambinaxX. I'd love if you guys could follow me over there. I constantly post stories of motivating quotes, my weight loss, in-gym workouts, food, meal preps, all this. So if you're into that, and a little bit of extra, obviously. My life doesn't revolve around fitness. I also have another life, so if you'd like to, I'd really appreciate if you can follow me over there. And also, please leave down below any other video suggestions you have for this series. What do you want to know about weight loss? What do you want to know about fitness? Thank you anyway for watching this video. Please do subscribe. I'd love if you could stick around, and remember to stay beautiful. I'll see you all on my next one. Ciao.